Hey there, I'm Alanis. I'm here in San Francisco at California Kicks talking to Lord Snow here with
Eric?
And Steph.
Yeah, so Chicago's finest here, playing your guys' first show in 6 years.
So, yeah, just about.
Yeah, because New Friends Fest, I think you said was your last show together.
Yeah.
August 29th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just about 6 years.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be back playing as a four-piece again?
It's chill.
Yeah,
It
it's chill.
feels a lot more comforting on stage. Yeah. Yeah.
It's more tight.
Yeah.
It's like more conducive. I don't know,
Less
it
distracting.
feels good. Feels like we're home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels very emotional, honestly, in a really good way.
Yeah, so you guys released a new album too, or like a new album.
Yeah.
You know, have you heard of the High Elves?
Yeah.
Pretty great. Like, how does it feel to like be able to put new music out there after? Because it's been quite a while since the last like official Lord Snow release.
Yeah. Before actual release, I'm really nervous. Hold on.
warm up there.
Yeah, it was. Hold on.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I was a little nervous just about the general reception, but after the first couple hours, I think it was pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I think it's like a nice way of like redoing a lot of music that we did just like with Anne, and some of it was even with Anne originally. So like it worked out. I think it sounds good.
Yeah, it was a really interesting process for me to like learn lyrics that weren't mine, and specifically me and Steph were talking about this. Like as a vocalist, like you have an internal cadence, or any musician, you have an internal cadence that you like naturally go with. So if I had written the vocals, it would have probably been different inherently.
Yeah.
But sort of to learn someone else's vocals in that way was like a really interesting process. Very difficult, honestly, but really cool, and it's such an honor to be able to like take on lyrics that were so like deeply invested from Steph's like heart and soul, and be able to like recontextualize them in this current chapter. Yeah, it was really, really lovely.
Okay. So talking about like worried about like the reception of the album. So Solitude on Rate Your Music is the fifth highest rated emo violence album. How does it feel to have an album that's considered like a classic, like to be rated higher? You know, you're like rated with like bands like Orchid, Love Lost Not Forgotten, Page 99, Lord Snow's right there. How does it feel to be part of like that modern classic?
Oh, I feel just like a normal day, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us really like. It's daunting to think about. Like, but
We definitely weren't planning that.
Yeah. But like the legacy of like Lord Snow's kind of like evolved over the years, you know. And one of the legacies that you guys have kind of left behind is like the influence of things like the references to like Skyrim and BioShock. Like, in your opinion, what's the best Elder Scrolls game?
don't ask me. Yeah, it's all Eric.
I'm gonna probably Oblivion, but I enjoy playing Skyrim the most because of the mechanics and because the original one didn't have all the bug fixes that the new one has, and etc. But I enjoy all of them, honestly. Every one that I played.
And then, why Booker DeWitt from BioShock?
Why Booker DeWitt? I don't even know who the hell that is.
Would you kindly give me an answer?
Oh wow, okay. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I was really into both of the BioShock games when they were coming out, and I was like in school to make video games, and I was really excited for the release of that. And like, I enjoyed playing it. I thought there were cool mechanics in 3, but as we've discussed, the story was lacking.
The story, yeah.
But it gave us Burial at Sea, which is also a very good thing. You know?
Yeah, you'll take the good with the bad, I guess.
I guess, yeah. But that's the Booker DeWitt story.
And like with Booker DeWitt, you guys, use samples and stuff during your set. I think the most notable one was, the Skyrim sample. You've missed out on the opportunity to use Booker, catch.
Oh yeah, I did. That's a good one.
Gotta keep that.
Yeah,
maybe the most obnoxious line in any video game ever.
Booker,
catch. I didn't need this, but thanks.
Elizabeth's so helpful. I'm just tossing crap at you all the time.
She sure is something. Yeah, so like a lot of bands now will use like iconography from like video games and anime more so in their lyrics and stuff, and in like the sampling. What was your inspiration for starting to use that with Lord Snow?
Oh, we let him.
They all just let me get away with a couple of songs here and there, and yeah.
Just the appeasement process.
Yes, and I got to name it Lord Snow, which was also a nerdy reference thing, and at the time.
I mean, and who ran the original Lord Snow Tumblr page? Because that's just littered with nothing but Game of Thrones references.
I
thought it was you and Nico. I had nothing.
I don't know about the Tumblr stuff.
I think I posted when we were on tour in the beginning, but I don't know who
I think it was Nico.
I think it was Nico.
There were
Okay.
a lot of Lord Snow jokes about Game of Thrones at the time when it was coming out. Because, like, I had read the books when I was a kid, but like, then the show was coming out when like we were starting a band that was also like anyway. Yeah.
What had a more disappointing ending, BioShock Infinite or Game of Thrones TV run?
Game of Thrones TV run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
I at least like felt okay about beating BioShock.
Sure, you made it through it.
Yeah,
You weren't like, what happened?
I deserved that.
You just I deserve that. Yeah, shouldn't have gambled my life away. Yeah. So last night, you guys talked about like what it's like to come back and play these songs. What does kind of the future look like now that there's new music out there?
Yeah, I don't know.
We need to write music again. That's
More
what I'm
music.
saying. Yeah.
It's on the agenda.
Yeah.
We'd love to begin writing.
Yeah.
All right, so if we keep this pace, 2099, new album.
Well, that's
Dragged.
That's a little ambitious.
You know what? Sorry for putting those standards out there.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it should be okay. Like we are now at a point where we can all like record ourselves. Like the
Yeah.
whole. Have you heard the Hiles